What's going on? Hi, everybody. Welcome back, YouTube. We're going to continue MSQ today. This is probably going to be my only block recording today, possibly. But anyways, let's go ahead and pop into it. We're going to talk to Alpha Node. We're just a couple of quests away from Stormblood, so I'm super excited. I have had a huge thing of coffee, and I haven't had sugar all week, so I'm a little jittery. Sorry if it shows up in my voice. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Oh, let's put back on. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alice is already on her way, and it would not do to... What the hell, Alpha Node, really? It would not do to lag too far behind. This is how adults speak. This is not how children speak, Alice. This is how adults speak. We speak in riddles. It would do to do not to do. Annoying. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Airship landing down below. MSQ Alpha Node, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alpha Node. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her side. She and Yugiri are... Well, here they are now. Right. I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Alpha Node speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mardona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Ishtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. MSQ, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mardona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Come on. Come on. There we go. Chugging along. You are traveling with Master Garland, sir? The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Cool. Fast track to Mardona. We'll take it. Oh. Oh, it's like that. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? I mean, you could have. I can do it right now. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? Mount guide. The biggest one I have is probably this one. No. This is the big one. No. This is pretty big. But this is bigger. Show you how to do it. Show you how to do it, Sid. This is what you gotta do. You just gotta land on and squash all the buggers who are in the way. Like ants. Just gotta be like, okay. Splunk. Couldn't very well land her in the tall square. Yeah, you can.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
She is just too cute.
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
I mean, you tell him. Satoru for the win. Satoru?
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Is that my man's? Is that the guy? Yeah?
God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Is Yugiri present? But oh, there she is.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly, but now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
I actually feel bad for Gosetsu here because he kind of like walked into an unknown situation. Like he was like super excited to see Yugiri. And he's like, we're going to bring her home and everything's going to be fine. And it's like, hold up, buddy. It's like, he just got shit on and I feel bad for him.
The Empire! draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Oh yeah, I love that little emote. MSQ, wait! Could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we, ambushed you? Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You can try it on right now if you like. Oh, interesting. I'm not the biggest fan? Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug but not too snug, if you know what I mean? So, how does it feel? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell how much this means to me. I can't tell you. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light it's... Well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in the Blood Pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. I mean, it's made by Tataru, so it's special. It's not my taste, it's not my brand, it's not my style, but it's Tataru, so we'll take it. So, we have to wake up Omega, right? When do we start? Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphinaud, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Ishtol and Cryo. A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartano Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while MSQ, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of security. Oh, The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Let's get into it. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that a line was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence, and if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it's not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Got time for extended cutscenes and solo instances? Let's go. Man, that thing has so many attachments on it.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
But who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland? Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
All the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Oh shit.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Man, when he fell unconscious at the dock, bro, still to this day, the funniest shit ever. It still gets me. A lot of dudes. And they just keep coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna just attack big dude. Yeah, how many soldiers did he bring with him? Right, Ida? Thank you. Woo! Surrender! We have you outnumbered. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. Never seen that look on the warrior's face. The honorless cut thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. Nice. Alright, what do we got? We got an AoE. We've got a straight line. Projectile towards a designated area. And we've got also another straight line. So let's go ahead and do this one. Another straight line. This one. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Then one more. And one more. Got him. That, a bit of that, a bit of this, a bit of that, some of that, this, a bit of that, some more of this. They don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Nice. Not them. Those two were running together. That was funny. Please? Please come back here? Now that's just embarrassing. Pitiful. You bring this fate upon yourself. Hardly even seems fair. 4-on-1. Do this to you. Nah, you Geary. You gotta save some fun for us. This one will sting. Is that Ida saying that? Oh my god, I love you. Have I told you lately? I'm on fire. Okay, and we're back. Let's try this again, shall we? Stay out of the AoEs. Got it. And the fire. Fire bad. Fire hot. Oh, that was actually really... Ida said, you're watching Papalimo? I love her. Okay, stay out of the fire. Bring him over here, maybe. So Yugiri's in the fire. She's taking hot damage. Oh, I was in that. Y'all just gonna... It'll be you who rules the day. Hey, come back here. Hey, he's fast as fuck.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess, we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that.
I
So,
love you.
My question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
Oh, I love her so much. Is there any other way?
I suppose not. All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
Little too excited there, buddy.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
I hope this is like an actual like cutscene and stuff, because I've never seen this. Oh shit, it's out. Damn. Is that all it took though? There's gotta be more. It can't be it. Whoa, that thing looks more beast than Bahamut. Oh shit, I think I know what that is. You just summon a tidal wave out of nowhere? What in the Leviathan? This is pretty fucking epic. Oh shit. Oh, I thought I was done. Jesus. That might be cataclysmic. Sheesh. A lot of ether.
Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
The hell does that mean? What the fuck does...
destroyed the cocoon. Hapolimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Somebody please in the comments explain that to me. The symbol on their neck was placed by Louis Swa, wasn't it? After the calamity when they got teleported? Or correct me if I'm wrong, please. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. One moment, everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Elfinode. Kosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. I don't know if we're coming out of the cutscene and then are going to walk, or if we're teleporting straight to the Lotus Stand. Okay, because everything is taking so long to load. It is the weekend. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. You indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Girabania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend. We have found it convenient to refer to as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Garabanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we have set our main force, under the command of Marshal Tarapun, to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemont's grasp. Yo, I got through all that without a fumble. Let's go. Like the fucking video. No, I'm just kidding. That was tough. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Ishtola and the others have gathered at Amarasex's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now the cocoon is gone. It's decided then. Lead on. Let's see what has become of the wall. I wonder if it'll show for me personally. Am I going the right way? Nope, down this way. It looks unaffected on this end. Yeah, it looks the same.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
I was gonna say there was a whole ass tidal wave. Tsunami, if you would.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbert's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
It was pretty crazy. It had so much in its arsenal. I was wondering how it would compare to a
And how
primal.
fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
Where is
She's
Ida?
up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
For my baby girl, of fucking course. You best believe. Bet your bottom dollar.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
Go easy on her.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask.
It's not a shock to me. I knew about her sister.
20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
Wait, so did Ishtola know?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
I love the
It was silly
Scions.
to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
Did you never tell me?
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it.
Okay, so that's the one he gave her. Okay. Oh, because she's not Ida. Because she wasn't Ida. So
Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
okay. Never mind. Don't put it in the comments. It's because she wasn't Ida, so she needed the Archon symbol. Papalimo gave it to her. He died. She lost it. Okay, we're good. Everybody, stop. Don't hit send.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she had scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. Should ever she falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister. Yes! Yes! Okay, we're officially done with Heaven's Word. Let's go. Oh man. Thanks everybody who's been here for the ride, coming along. It's weird doing this as like a recording for YouTube versus like streaming it live on Twitch and then uploading. So it's weird not sharing this moment like live with people. So if you're enjoying this on YouTube, thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch for watching along.
death an afterthought to those who fight for none. Alone, lying children of the land and service, why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust, why turn the past to dust, seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break. Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I'll never know.
And I think I just wanted the song to play. I think that's it. Thanks to the team again for all their hard work. We're going to go ahead and skip. That's it. Oh, that's it for post. We'll turn this in the next one. That's going to do it for this block. And that's it for post Heaven's Ward. Thank you again, like I said, for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, please.